Welcome, beautiful souls. Namaste. So we are at our crown chakra, Sahasrara, and it's really interesting because the crown chakra is associated with our connection with the world around us and also our beliefs, our spirituality. Whether you have Christian beliefs, whether, it really doesn't matter what you believe, or even a lack of beliefs. The blockages here can be a sign of confusion, or confusion can cause blockages, and these beliefs can be fluid. I kind of come from nowadays a place of, what if, rather than a rigid kind of set of beliefs. And that's another sign of imbalances in the crown chakra, actually, by the way, is when people are very rigid. This is how it is, and you cannot tell me otherwise. And if you don't do this, then you're in the wrong. It's like, God is all loving unless you do this. And that can be, caused by a blockage or a sign of a blockage in our crown chakra. So it's also a connection with the world around us, how we see the world and whether we feel a part of it. And it's really interesting because the other day I was doing a healing session on a lady with Parkinson's, and her arm was shaking just a little bit, although it does stop whilst we're doing the Reiki Shiatsu. And when I started working on the crown area, it stopped. And there's a lot of kind of like evidence nowadays that some of these conditions are connected to, or at least exacerbated by, blockages in our energy system, because it all interlinks. We might think of energy as something just a bit woo-woo and just affects us a part of the time, but actually it is part of our being. We're not just blood and bones and this and the other. There is an energy and essence running through us that is causing us to be alive. So we are focusing on the crown chakra today. So we're starting standing up. So the feet are kind of underneath the hips, thereabouts. Arms relax, soften or close your eyes. And try and imagine turning your eye gaze up to your crown of your head. Almost as if you've got like a little skylight on the top of your head and you're trying to look up at the ceiling through the crown of your head. And just notice what you notice. So noticing all and any sensations or lack of sensations. And you can maybe ask yourself some questions, like if your first answer is, I don't feel anything, it's like, well, if you could feel something, does it feel heavy? Does it feel light? Does it feel open? Does it feel contracted? Does it feel soft? Does it feel hard? Remember, this isn't about being logical. You might say, well, I just feel with my head or my hair. It's about being energetic. You might have symbols or colours or images come to mind as you focus on that point. Again, there's no rights or wrongs. Just simply notice. And you can bring in a simple affirmation if you wish. I am a spiritual being in a human body. Or I am an energetic being, if you prefer that term. I am an energetic being in a human body. I'm a spiritual being, I'm an energetic being in a human body. And as you breathe, imagine breathing from your roots all the way up to your crown. Hold the breath for a second or two. And then exhaling all the way from the crown down and out through your roots. Again, inhaling from roots to crown. And exhaling from crown to roots. And gently opening your eyes. And just start to shake out your hands. Now, if like me, I'm kind of like not really giving it much thought, but I'm kind of moving a little bit. So if like me, you're just feeling inclined to move, that's okay. I don't expect you to be rigid, don't move at all. So, sometimes it's good to move. We're meant to move. Nothing in nature is meant to stay totally still. If it's staying still, it's usually dying. Nice, deep breaths as you're doing that. And imagine shaking from your elbows, shake the muscles on your lower arms. Imagine your body like a snow globe, and we're shaking up all the cells in your body, resetting your nervous system. And check out your biceps and triceps. You can imagine releasing the tension there. And shaking out your shoulders. Imagine shaking out your collarbones. Check out your shoulder blades. And shaking out the arms. And shaking out your belly, your hips, your glutes. And shaking out your spine. Shake it all out. And shake out one leg. And shake from your thighs, your hips, all the way to your toes. And shaking out in the middle. And shaking out the other leg. And we're gonna shake out. And again, shake it out. And come a little move around a little bit, shake it out, whatever way feels good for you today. Make yourself laugh, be a little bit crazy, a little bit silly. It's all good. We don't take ourselves far too seriously as adults. And release. Bring in the feet, roughly underneath the hips. Inhale, rise above the balls of the feet. Exhale, lower. Use a chair or wall if you need to. Breathing in and out. In and out. Stretch out those toes, wake up the feet. And bring the big toes together. Bring your hands, make a slight fist. Hands to your shoulder. You can do dynamic chair pose. Breathe in. Exhale. And release. Take the feet a little bit wider than hip width. Arms out. Breathe in. As you breathe out, twist. Bring the front hand to your heart. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. In and out. In and out. As always, if you need to go a little bit slower, you can go a little bit slower. So if you start to feel a little bit dizzy, then just slow it down a little bit. Remember, I am a spiritual being in a human body. Three, two, one, and release. And just shake it all out. And taking the feet a little bit wider than hip width, interlink the hands. Place the hands on the crown of your head. You're going to inhale, squat just as low as you can. Exhale as you come back up. Breathing in and out. In and out. So if you can't come all the way down, just come part way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And come into a sitting position. So grab a block or bolster, cushion, whatever suits you. And come into Sukhasana. So cross leg position. We're going to do a little Kriya, a little Kundalini Kriya to help balance and activate the crown chakra. So we're starting off in a little seated position. And you're going to bring the fingertips to your shoulders. You're going to inhale, twist left, exhale right. So eyes closed, turn your eye gaze all the way up to the crown of your head. Three, two, one, and release. Relax the hands, keeping the eyes closed, hand in and up. And if you're looking out at the top of your head, and from here, if you can, come into rock pose on your heels. So you can pop a little cushion behind or between your butt and your heels. If you wish, we're trying to have the sit bones in contact with the heels. If not, then you can do this in a sitting position. And don't worry if you can't come all the way down. Interlink your hands behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. You're going to inhale as if you're trying to bring the crown of the head towards the floor. And exhale as you come back up. We're going to do that for about a minute. So keeping your eyes closed all the way up to the crown of your head. Again, don't worry if you can't come all the way forward. It really doesn't matter. Just focus your attention on the crown of the head. Inhaling forward and exhaling as you come up. Just breathing in and breathing out. Don't worry if the head doesn't touch the floor completely. It's all good. Just keep your awareness on the very top of your head. You can imagine a white light resting or emanating from the crown of your head. Relax your jaw. A slight smile to your face. Remember, it's the intention that is the most important thing. So even kind of visualizing, or at least having the intention to carry out the exercises will still help to clear the energy, boosting energy throughout the whole body so that we can push it up to the crown of the head. Just a few more seconds. Remember, it's that point. We get to that point where we're like, oh God, I've had enough of this now. It's when we go past that point that the magic happens. Just give me one more. And release the hands again, just noticing all and any sensations in your body. I'm going to come over into like a reverse plank position, and we're going to bring in the breath of fire. So you're going to bring your legs in front of you, feet about hip width apart, hands underneath your shoulders. Now where you have your fingers pointing is up to you. They might point towards you, they might point to the side, they might point behind you, you might want to come onto your fists. It really doesn't matter, it's totally up to you. And when you lift up, if it feels okay, take the head back. If not, keep the chin tucked in, but still eyes closed and focusing all the way up to the crown of your head so you can feel your eye muscles working as well. So pressing the hands down, breathe in as you breathe out, find your bridge position, get either chin tucked in or take the head back and begin the breath of fire. You keep eye gaze closed on, focus on that point. Keep pressing down with the hands and feet. Take a breath in, hold the breath, and then gently release yourself out of it. Shake out the hands. Then come into a crow squat. So we have the feet a little bit wide and hip width. We're going to try and bring the hands inside and hold on behind your ankles. Again, we're doing the breath of fire here. So if you can't quite hold on here, you can be up a little bit higher, elbows on your thighs. Again, eyes closed, eye gaze turn all the way up to the top of your head. Begin the breath of fire. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly straighten your legs, relax the arms, relax the head. Again, still looking almost as if you can see the floor through the top of your head. And soften your knees, start to roll up to standing. When you're all the way up, bring your feet a little bit closer. Excuse me, I'm itching my nose. It's like, I think it's hay fever, but it's just driving me mad. You know what it's like when you try not to scratch? This needs to feel even worse. So we're going to reach the arms up. Reach up, lift the eye gaze if it feels okay to do so. On in breath, as you breathe out, come all the way forward. It really doesn't matter whether you can reach the floor or not. If you can, as you exhale, eyes closed. As you inhale, lift the eye gaze, eyes open. Exhale forward, eyes closed. Inhale up, lift the eye gaze, eyes open. And just continue in your own pace. It really doesn't matter whether you touch the floor or not. We're just stretching the front and back of the body. So as you come back, think of lifting through your heart. So there should be no pinching on the back. So lift through your heart and sternum, stretching the front of the body. When the back bends, our heart opens. It's not about bending backwards, it's about opening through your heart. And you can go slower if you need to. I am a spiritual being in a human body. So yoga is kind of like almost about reminding you of that, reminding you that you are not your body, you are not even your mind, you are not your thoughts. Next time when you come up, relax the arms. Just taking a breath here, just kind of meditate where you stand. We're just going to stretch out the side body. So inhale up, exhale across. Inhale up, exhale the other side. Stretching out from heel to fingertips. So pressing the feet down into the floor, opening out through the side waist. Inhaling up, exhale across. So with Kundalini yoga, it's often called the yoga of awareness because it's not about fancy poses. It's not about tying yourself up in knots. It's about the exercises that are written in specific ways in the Kriyas. So sometimes it may not seem like it makes logical sense, but it's written in that way. So one exercise builds on the other, and it's all about working on your energetic body. And the kind of side effect, the bonus side effect, is that it does strengthen and tone and stretch the physical body too. Come up, bring your hands on your waist, and then you're going to ha, 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 kick, ha. As you do that, you kind of ha, but roll the tongue on the ah. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 and release. Now bring yourself back into a sitting position, wherever that may be, bolster, chair, cushion. Just make sure your spine is nice and tall. I want you to visualize like white light, like electricity flowing up your spine, up and out to the crown of your head like a fountain, and then flowing back down through the crown of your head, down through your spine, down to your tailbone. And you're going to kind of follow that movement with your hands. So you're going to inhale, bring the hands up as you imagine that energy flowing up, opening the hands out, pause for a second, and exhaling, bringing the hands back down. Once you know what you're doing, close your eyes, take your awareness inwards, and just carry on at your own pace, visualizing that white light, that energy flowing up and out to the crown of your head, even with your eyes closed even. Your eye gaze can follow the movement. So you can slowly lift your eye gaze up to the crown of your head, and then back down as you visualize that energy flowing back down. You may start to feel warmth or tingling or some other sensation in your hands as the energy starts to build. You may feel nothing at all. It's all good. There's no rights or wrongs. And just make this one your last one. And when you're done, place your hands, palms up. Bring your thumb and index finger together. We're going to finish off with Om. Now you don't really have to make any noise. All you have to do is open your mouth as wide as you can. Say ah. That's the only noise you make. Ah. And all you do is you gradually close your mouth. You want to imagine 3 stages. You start off with your mouth open. Ah. Then you gradually close it halfway. Ah. And then you bring your lips together. So you're not actually trying to make any noise, you're just literally gradually closing your mouth. So we're going to start off with just some ah, as if like father, and really feel it throughout your whole body. So if you can, close your eyes and notice where you feel the sensation. We're going to do 3 of just ah. A nice deep breath in. notice, even with that simple sound, there is kind of subtle changes in, the kind of, if you imagine sound has a shape as well, it kind of like changes, you can feel like the subtle pitch, because we're not machines, so we can't get that on constants. Okay, so this time, we're going to start off with the ah, then you're going to gradually close your mouth until you bring your fingertips together, your lips together. Okay, try 3 of them. Again, feel it throughout your whole body. Just noticing how you feel now. Bearing in mind that it can be really challenging being a spiritual being, a human being, an energetic being in a human body. It's our greatest adventure, but sometimes it can be really challenging. On those challenging times, always bring yourself back to things that make life wonderful. The small little things that are actually the big things. Things that you're grateful for, things that make you smile. Really take time out to stop and smell the roses, as they say. And that is and also one of my favorite sayings is, this too shall pass. Many times I've been through really challenging mentally or, practically, and to remind myself, this too shall pass. But the more connected you feel with the world around you, it's often when we feel disconnected. One of the issues associated with the crown chakra is depression, is detachment or delusion. So if we feel disconnected from the world around us, feel that we're alone, basically, then of course that's going to cause us to feel depressed. If we feel unwanted, unnoticed, insignificant, isolated, then it's not going to make us feel very good. So remembering that we are divine and we have as much right to be here and to enjoy life as anyone else. You look at children running around, playful, joyful. That's what we all should be like, really. It's just unfortunately stuff gets in the way and we start worrying about stuff. But really, that's what we're all here for. Is to have a joyful, playful life. That's why sometimes I like to just be a little bit silly, because it does lift our mood. It lifts our energy up, because when we get stuck in the root chakra stuff, fear, stuff like that, lack of confidence, lower energy stuff, we kind of forget our divinity. And it's like a block of flats that the top floors are locked, and we desperately need to get people moving up, because the view from the top floor is amazing. So, Namaste. If you feel called to take Shavasana right now, then do so. Bring yourself into Shavasana. If not, bring your hands to your heart. Take a little bow to seal your practice. Turisniki derishnia yatumsia. Here derishyatumsia yakuretinise katea shumikitara. Tuisina katara. Blessings.